Have you ever heard of the man who fooled Houdini? Not just once, but repeatedly? Today, we are diving deep into the life of a true legend, a man who didn't just perform magic but redefined it. This is the story of Dai Vernon, better known as the Professor. Born David Vernon in Ottawa, Canada, back in 1894, his magical journey started in the most humble way possible. Picture this: a 7-year-old boy, utterly mesmerized as his father shows him a simple card trick. That single moment lit a fire in young David, a spark of fascination that would grow into a lifelong inferno. He famously recalled the trick was the one where you say, "You take a card and I'll find it." Simple, yet for him, it was pure wonder. This newfound passion sent him on a quest. He devoured every single book on magic he could get his hands on, starting with the classic The Expert at the Card Table by S.W. Erdnase. This book became his Bible. He didn't just read it, he lived it, practiced it, and absorbed its teachings until they were second nature. This wasn't just a hobby, it was an obsession, a calling. He moved to New York City as a young man, a city buzzing with energy and, more importantly for him, a thriving magic scene. In New York, he didn't just blend in, he stood out. He spent his days working as a silhouette artist on Coney Island, but his nights were dedicated to his true love, magic. He would frequent Clyde Power's magic shop, a hub for the city's best magicians. It was here that he began to build his reputation. Unlike the grand stage illusions popular at the time, Vernon was drawn to the intimate, the personal, the magic that happened right under your nose. He championed a natural, deceptive style of sleight of hand, making the impossible look effortless. His philosophy was simple yet revolutionary. Magic should not look like a trick. It should look like real magic. He believed that the methods used by magicians were often too stiff, too formal, and too obvious. He strived for a kind of invisible artistry, where the secret moves were so perfectly integrated into his natural actions that even other magicians couldn't spot them. He would practice for hours on end, refining a single move, a single gesture, until it was flawless. Now, let's get to that famous story. The year is 1922. Harry Houdini, the world's most famous escape artist and a notorious debunker of fraudulent spiritualists, was also a formidable magician. Houdini boasted that he could figure out any card trick if he saw it performed 3 times. It was a bold claim from a man at the peak of his fame. Hearing this, a young and confident Dai Vernon took it as a personal challenge. A meeting was arranged at the Great Northern Hotel in Chicago. In a room full of fellow magicians, Vernon performed his version of the ambitious card routine. He took a signed card, placed it second from the top of the deck, and with a simple riffle, it magically returned to the top. He did it once. Houdini was baffled. He did it again. Still, Houdini had no clue. Vernon performed the effect 7 or 8 times, each time with Houdini watching his hands like a hawk. The great escape artist was completely and utterly stumped. Finally, a flustered Houdini had his wife, Bess, come over and watch. Even with 2 pairs of eyes on him, Vernon's secret was safe. From that day forward, he was known throughout the magic community as the man who fooled Houdini. It was a title that cemented his status as a master. But Vernon's genius wasn't just about fooling people, it was about creating. He was a prolific inventor of magical effects and sleights of hand that are now staples for magicians worldwide. The Triumph card routine, where a shuffled, mixed-up deck magically writes itself with only the selected card reversed? That's Vernon. The Cutting the Aces routine, where a magician impossibly cuts to all 4 aces from a shuffled deck. Vernon's masterpiece. His creativity extended beyond cards to include classic effects with coins, cups and balls, and linking rings. His improvements to the cups and balls routine are considered the gold standard even today. He didn't just invent tricks, he crafted experiences. Each routine was a small piece of theater, with a beginning, a middle, and an end. He understood the psychology of deception, the importance of misdirection, and the power of a compelling story. He taught that the secret to great magic wasn't just in the hands, but in the mind and the heart of the performer. In 1963, Vernon made a move that would shape the future of magic for generations to come. At the invitation of Bill and Milt Lesson, the founders of the Magic Castle in Hollywood, he became the club's resident magician. The castle, a private clubhouse for magicians, became his new home and his new stage. He would sit in a corner of the main parlor, a deck of cards always in hand, ready to share a miracle with anyone who asked. This is where the Professor truly came into his own. He wasn't just performing anymore, he was teaching. Magicians from all over the world made pilgrimages to the Magic Castle, not just to see the club, but to sit at the feet of Dai Vernon. Imagine being a young, aspiring magician and getting to learn directly from the man who fooled Houdini. He was a living library of magical knowledge, and he was incredibly generous with it. He mentored some of the biggest names in modern magic: Michael Ammer, Larry Jennings, Bruce Servin, John Carney, and so many more. They would gather around him for hours, listening to his stories, watching his elegant hands dance with the cards, and soaking up his profound wisdom. He wouldn't just teach them a trick, he would teach them the theory behind it, the timing, the psychology, the very soul of the effect. He taught them to respect the art and to strive for perfection. His influence is hard to overstate. Nearly every close-up magician performing today, whether they know it or not, owes a debt to Dai Vernon. His techniques, his routines, and his philosophy have become so ingrained in the fabric of modern magic that they are simply part of the language. He took sleight of hand from a series of clever puzzles and elevated it into a true art form. Dai Vernon continued to hold court at the Magic Castle well into his 90s, a testament to his unwavering love for the art. His hands may have grown frail with age, but the magic within them never faded. He passed away in 1992 at the age of 98, leaving behind a legacy that is as powerful and enduring as the sense of wonder he inspired in a 7-year-old boy all those years ago. So, the next time you see a magician make a card vanish or find an ace with impossible ease, take a moment to remember the professor. Remember the man who believed magic should be beautiful, natural, and truly magical. Dai Vernon didn't just fool Houdini, he taught the world how to believe in the impossible, one card trick at a time. Thanks for watching this journey into the life of a master. If you love stories about incredible people and hidden histories, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.